Gibbons Sanchez Farms, and today we are trialing out our new goat stand. So back up there.
Well, new to us.
New to us, yeah. So just kind of stick with her. She don't like this.
Okay.
Just watch your feet too.
And there we go. We're down. Hold on, babe. I'll let you know. There you go.
She's like, what's in the world? Dad. It could use.
All right, so basically, the girls, when they got their dairy goats, well, starting last year, they needed a stand. So initially, I took some scrap wood around here and made that milking stand. So that worked fine, but then they decided they wanted to show them as well. So I needed a little bit better stand to be able to take them back and forth to shows with. We got 4-H coming up, so they're gonna need a stand for that to groom them and those kind of things. So worst case, if we still have to milk off of the wooden stand, I'm okay with that. But I'll probably end up actually either looking for one or building one of the milking setups to use on this stand. Like I said, it's not a brand new stand. It is new to us. There's a few things that need tweaked just a little bit for my likings, but very usable stand. Price was right, and it wasn't that far of a drive for us. We drove about an hour to go get it. So that's the first time she's ever been on here. Put her on here. I was able to trim her hooves, no problem. So, and actually for a winch stand, it's not very heavy. I mean, it was nothing for Brittany and I to put it. We had it in the bed of the truck on the way home, and we just grabbed it out and carried it in here. It's pretty lightweight in comparison to what you would think for something this size. So,
Well, and it actually fit in the trailer when we put, because this piece right here comes out, so
Yeah.
then it can set up against one of the walls.
so basically you just turn the T-handle on the bolt there, and that will basically, it works like a set screw. It just puts pressure on this tubing, pull that all the way out, and then the rest of it sits pretty flat. So it's not that big a deal. And it fit in the bed of my truck, no problem. So, but we just have a little bit of a learning curve on using it, and then we'll be okay. I will probably make a few modifications to it. One of them that I'm going to make is I want to make it to where the stand has side rails on it. That way when I'm trimming or doing something, right now for today, we're so used to it on the milking stand, we just have one person stand on the one side and basically be my side rail. Or the other thing I could do is, put it up against the wall, I guess, for the one side. But it'd be easier for me to just use some round stock and create a couple side rails for it, and then just make it to where I can attach them to the base of this. So other than that, like I said, I think it'll work just fine for us. I know when we took Hot Chocolate to get her ultrasound, this was the type of stand that was used, and it had the side rails like I am talking about. So
The side rails will be easier when he converts the headpiece
yeah,
for milking. If I'm out here by myself or one of the
Right.
others is out here by themselves milking, then
Yep.
the sides will hold that goat that's in there.
yep. So I will attempt to get Hot Chocolate over here and see if I can get her on the stand.
Let's see if you can set her up by yourself. Right there.
All right, so I was able to get Hot Chocolate out here. She went up, let me trim her feet as well, and then we were able to get her back down off here, back into her stall. I go nice and slow with her due to her being pregnant right now, so I still want to keep up on her hooves, but I don't want to stress her. So all the movements with her is nice and slow, but she did a lot better than Tulip on the stand. But like I said, she has been on one of these one other time that we are aware of, and that was when she got her ultrasound back in when would that have been? That would have been February. Yeah, so in February, so 2 months ago, she got her ultrasound. A little over 30 days into it, and had possibility of triplets in there. So, and that's it. To our knowledge, as long as we've owned her, that's the only time she has been on a stand like that.
No, she has been on one similar to her milking stand that is
Yeah.
stationary, but it's metal.
Well, and even the stand they had when they were milking it. It basically just had a feed pan on it. It didn't have nothing locking her head into it when the day we were there to pick her up, at least.
Well, no, I'm just saying it was metal like this though.
Yeah, but it was a metal stand with just the feed pan on it. They didn't latch her head in at all. They just basically kept the feed with a scoop right next to that, and she sat on a upside down bucket and milked her. At least that's the way it was done the day that we were there, at least to pick her up. So, but definitely will change things for us, so we'll be able to work on them slowly, getting used to getting on this stand. That way we can get the girls grooming them on here and getting them comfortable with being on the stand. And like I said, I'll make the modifications of the side rails on here, and when I get ready to do that, we'll make a video of that to kind of show you my way of thinking as to how I'm going to do it, and then actually getting it done. Worst case scenario, I'll get online and look at the ones that are commercially made and see exactly how they attach, and then I'll start making the design for it. And then after that, I'll do like I normally do when it comes to the welding side of it. I'll end up contacting my dad, which, I mean, he built machinery for a living, so there's no sense in not using that resource. And then there's another guy that I work with at work that he's pretty good about figuring things out like that, so I'll use his knowledge and run it by him real quick as to what I think I want to do, and let those guys tell me if it's going to work or not. So, but like I said, definitely a game changer for us to be able to have something that, like I said, it's pretty lightweight. We carried it not no trouble at all. But as with most things that we take to the show, that's why we've got the big garden cart from Tractor Supply with, I mean, that thing will haul our full-size cattle chute on it. And I think it has, if I remember right, that one's got like a 1,200 pound.
1,400.
12 or 1,400 pound weight rating on it. So putting this little thing on there, I mean, it doesn't weigh much at all, really. It's just kind of
maybe 100 pounds.
awkward. Yeah, if that really.
If
I mean,
that.
it's more oddly shaped and kind of hinges. But other than that, I mean, it's not that bad to pick up by yourself. So, but like the goats will actually use it. The girls will get use out of it. I gotta lube it up a little bit to get some of the squeaks out of it. So that'll help also, especially with Tulip. She's a little nervous about it because of the squeaking that it makes, but that and just make sure everything's a little tight on the bolts. That way they're not slopping around in the hinge points. So if I have to in those hinge points, I'll run a sleeve through the square tubing there to use as a bushing. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for spending time with us, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.